Hi everyone, this is Sarah. I wanted to come on really quick and just kind of give a quick rundown, a quick presentation on the things that I use every day when I make soap. And the things that I use are very customizable. Anybody can use them. So I have this towel laid down so that you can see everything clearly, but I will tell you I do mine in my standard kitchen where I do my cooking. I do it on top of its own vinyl tablecloth so that I can clean it up, and I wash all of my dishes separately, and I have special cleaning agents that I use to clean up behind them in the sink. So one of the first things that I use, I'm going to show you, and pardon the fact that it's a mess. I bought this kitchen scale on Amazon. It's a digital. It does your ounces, milliliters, pounds, and grams. I really, really like it. It's not an expensive brand, but it's great. I think it gets the job done pretty well. Needs to be cleaned. Let's see. Okay. It's not going to get it perfect because it is a mess. It'll auto turn off on its own. Obviously, to do any kind of soap making, you need some sort of mold. You need some sort of device that's going to hold your liquid soaps secure. Personally, this is just a go-to. I was looking to get started for inexpensive. I wanted to make my own soaps, and I wanted to make soaps for others. So I will say this. I got these on Amazon. They're very inexpensive. They come with, you get two of these. Dang it. You get two of these box molds and loaf molds, and you get two slicing devices. One does a crinkle cut, one does a straight slice. And they also come with bags, and they have been so great. Another thing that's really, 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 really important is a digital thermometer. You want something that's infrared so that you can test the temperature, and you need to check your oil temperature and your lye solution. So this is just one that I use. It was an off-brand, but it auto shuts off. It's easy to calibrate, and all the information is right here on it. It's great, and I use it every day. My method of choice for lye, which might I suggest you always use gloves. You don't want to handle caustic solutions without gloves of some kind. And I buy this at Lowe's, Home Depot. You can buy some at Walmart. This right here, let me see if I can get you a little bit of a better view. Can you guys see that? So this right here, I'm going to use my spatula, okay? So this right here it's called Robic, R-O-E-B-I-C, Robic, and it is 100% lye. If it had any mix-ins in it, I wouldn't use it because you want it to be 100%. This is a granular version, and I will show you what that looks like. Okay, so in the meantime, I will also explain something else that I use so that you'll see when I'm using it. Little cheap measuring cups. I bought an entire set, small, medium, and large, and extra large, or whatever, at Walmart for like $5, $6 maybe. They're great. I've used them like 500,000 times probably. I mean, I think they're good. The handle is big enough. It's far enough away from the material. Now, the problem that I have here is this that connects to this handle is one piece. There's nothing to block it. So if you overfill this, you can expect it to come down the handle. And I did have that problem once, but not with caustic soda. I had it with the oils, and I had oils all over my table, and it was a nightmare, and I was not happy. So you need to look up your recipe, and in doing so, you know how much you need to measure out, and always do it on a scale. And always wear long sleeves. I know that I'm not wearing any now, but I didn't plan on really pouring any out. I'm only going to put a little bit. But even the, I'll call it ash, the powder that comes even in the air that lands on your skin will itch eventually. It can cause breakouts. So this is granular. See that there? It's granular. I'll show you. See there? It's granular. So what I do to mix mine, because caustic soda can need to be, it has to be dissolved. It can come in a liquid form, and that's okay too, but it can be expensive. I think I paid like $15 or $17 for that container, and I have so far, I bet I have probably this much left in this container, which is pretty good, because you're using either maybe an ounce or 2 or grams even of this stuff per loaf or per batch of soap. And a large batch, you might use maybe 2 ounces. And in this container is 2 full pounds. That's quite a bit. That's 32 ounces of material. Something else that I use, some scissors, some inexpensive kitchen scissors or whatever, just to cut like piping bags. I use disposable piping bags and cut the tip off when I pipe my icings on top. Another thing that's really good and handy to have if you're wanting to do really pretty soaps are these piping tips to learn to pipe. You know, this set here comes with everything you need. It comes with the little stand to do your petals on, a brush to clean them with, the neat little storage case. It comes with silicone cake piping bags. It comes with the little ties. It comes with couplers, which they're not in here because I've used all of them. You can take out the dividers and make them however you want them. It comes with little scissors to cut your fondant off of your little roses off of your stem there that you create. Tons and tons. It just comes with tons on Amazon for like $15, and it comes with silicone cupcake molds where you can use that instead. You're also going to need some sort of a squirt bottle. This right here has like 97% alcohol, rubbing alcohol, which is exactly what you need for spraying the tops of your soaps to eliminate bubbles. Okay. Keep in mind that none of these companies are sponsoring me. None of these companies are paying me in any sort of way or giving me any sort of discounts for showing you these products. They're just products that I love. Also, I wanted you to know, this scale is just called an electronic kitchen scale. It's ETEKCITY, Etexity. And it's the maximum is 5,000 grams. Okay, so it's a pretty good. I don't know if you can see that. There's a model number and such if you want to order it. It's pretty good, lightweight, easy to store, easy to carry if you want to take it with you somewhere. Another thing that I have to mention, there are plenty of companies out there that do scents. They do the fragrances. There are people that do not only soaps, but they do air fresheners, candles, wax melts, lotions, lip balms, etc. And both of these companies provide products to produce anything and everything that you could possibly want in those worlds. Okay, and I'm going to tell you my favorites and why, and I'll give a little comparison of these two really quickly. This is a black raspberry vanilla type of fragrance by the The website is called Candle Science. The company is great. I will tell you, they're a little more pricey. Okay, these guys are a little more pricey, but it is so worth it. Okay, and this is why. This is the company called Crafter's Choice. This one is warm vanilla sugar. It's a fragrance oil also. This is a glass jar. This is a plastic jar. They're the same color, and I don't care, glass or plastic. Glass seems, they say glass lasts longer, but I don't keep this stuff long enough for this to amount to me spending the extra money and the extra shipping. It's really expensive to ship this much weight. However, some of these are okay, but majority of these that I have gotten from them have smelled terrible. For some reason, some of the ones that I purchased, the first time I purchased, I got sweetened. So, my thought was, oh, I can make lip balm, or I can make a lip scrub, or I can make even a body scrub that would be fun for kids, you know, made with sugar, where if they happen to taste it, it wouldn't hurt them. That was my thought behind getting the sweetened oils. So I tested it the first time, and I made a little lip balm recipe, followed a great recipe, popular recipe. I put it on my lips and it burnt and it tasted terrible. So instead, even though it's sweetened, I'm going to turn it into something else. I'll either use it as a fragrance in the car, freshies, or I will put it in soap, whatever. So you have to be careful when you buy fragrances, because sometimes you get them and they're so strong that it takes less of it to use. So when you're making soaps, if say your recipe calls for 30 grams of this oil, you want to make sure that this oil isn't so strong that maybe it really only needs 15 grams. So pay attention to that. These are not as expensive as Candle Science, and I find that the fragrances over here are more true to what you're smelling. So I use these more. They've been my more popular scents to the customer. So that's just my review on these two. I know that there's some more out there. There's Nature's Garden, and I really like them. I just don't have a bottle sitting here to show you, but they're great too. Another thing that's really important that you're going to want to have on hand, and these are going to be colorants, okay? So what I have here are colorants from two different places, but they're virtually the same color. One might be a little bit more silvery than the other, but I could add in my own, if I wanted to mix. These are mica powders. If I wanted to mix a little silver in here and give it the sheen, or a little pearlescent with blue or purple to it, iridescent, I could do that. Here's the difference. So these little sacks here, they are very tiny amounts. They come pretty full. They come about, I don't know, maybe to here, but not thick. I mean, it was just I would say it was probably about an ounce worth of powder. And I bought a set on Amazon. I want to say it was like 15, 20 bucks. And they've lasted me for a while, but it takes quite a bit of mica powder, depending on where you're getting it from, to pigmentate what you're wanting to pigment. And so this one is one that I bought from Amazon. And this one, okay, this is called Pow Pow Purple. And this is from Mad Micas. It is my absolute favorite place. And let me tell you, so I didn't know anything about them until I met Katie Carson. I didn't meet her in person, but on YouTube, I ran into her soap channels. She's the Soap Queen. And I noticed that she was from Texas, and she did something that I had a passion for as well. And so I thought, oh, well, let me watch her videos. And in watching her videos, she introduced me to Mad Micas. Mad Micas, M-A-D-M-I-C-A-S, Mad Micas. And I'm going to tell you what, this stuff is amazing. Okay? It's all natural stuff. they make it, and you can get bigger quantities if you want. I bought the smaller ones, and this has lasted me for a long while. They are kind of pricey, but the bigger container you get, I think the more worth your money it's going to be for you, because you're going to use enough of it. And really, honestly, a little can go a long way depending on what you're doing with it. So 2 of the same sort of products from 2 different companies. One is a little more expensive, but I've also interchangeably mixed these 2 brands together, and that's been fine. This is my container that I mix my caustic acid in. So my lye, I make my lye water. What I look for when I reuse a container is I look for this little logo, this little recycle symbol down here at the bottom. And it has to be a 5, or I won't use it. A 5 means it's kitchen grade. And this is great. I've used it several times. It has a lid. I put my ice and put my stuff on there. Your lye granules will get so hot it will melt the ice. I stir it up with these spatulas. I buy these at Walmart. These are great because, well, as you see, I just took it apart. So I like to take it apart. I like to clean the inside along with the outside. And I stir it up. I take it and let it cool. I crack the lid over it like this, so nothing gets inside, but I leave it just cracked so it doesn't blow getting too hot. And I set mine outside to cool because it's nice and cool out there. In the summer, it probably won't be the same, but the winter time's been great for making soap. Another thing that when you're using your colorants, your fragrances, your oxides like titanium dioxide, or your charcoals or kaolin clays, things like that. This little coffee doodad is great. This is a cheap one. I think it was like $2. Purchased it on Amazon. It's wonderful. I got most of my stuff on Amazon, and I love Amazon. I had an affiliate link for a while. I don't know that I still do, but I will get back into it, and I will link some of these things down below. These little disposable cups. These are awesome. They're little 2-ounce souffle cups, sauce cups. You can buy them at the Dollar Tree, Walmart, any dollar store, anywhere. Any grocer has them. Those are good for mixing your fragrances and your colorants and whatever, just holding little amounts of individual ingredients that you may have. You're going to want some big mixing bowls. I bought this set at Walmart. It was like $5. Measuring spoons from the Dollar Tree. Betty Crocker brand, right? Measuring cups, also from the Dollar Tree for $1. And it's pretty much it. The main ingredient, obviously, in soap is going to be your oils. Okay. What you decide to use is totally up to you. This is one of, but not limited to. This is shea butter. This is all natural. Of course, you're going to weigh everything out with your scale. And then things like this that are harder, you're going to melt those. I did mention rubber gloves. You're going to want some sort of device for blending your stuff. And I use this stick blender only for soap making. I bought it on Amazon. It's called A Kissee. Kissee. I'm not sure what that brand is. There's a model number if you want it. It's great. Up here at the top, turn it on. Depending on how much pressure you put, depends on how fast it goes. And off. And it's pretty good. Yeah, so those are pretty much the things that I use to make soap. So I hope you are enjoying the video and you got some information out of it. If you have questions or comments, you can leave those down below, and I will be glad to talk with you, get to know you, and thanks. Be sure you like and subscribe to my channel.